So pretty much here we're using the Raspberry Pi, and we're also going to use the breadboard, and we're going to use pretty much the Python editor and the LX terminal. So the first thing to do is when you have your Raspberry Pi turned off, you're gonna want to use this setup. So again, this is according to a tutorial in the book. We have pretty much the same setup as we did before. The main difference with this setup is that you have the lead power connection from the GPIO pin 1. So instead of it being on the GPIO pin 1, it's connected to pin 7. So that's basically this red wire here. It was on this first pin, and now as you can see it's on pin 7. You can see that the black wire is on pin 6, and then here we have the same setup as before. We have the black wire going into the negative first row, and we have a resistor hooked up from the negative side of the rail going over to this. It's on I3, and we also have the red wire plugged into H2, and then we have the LED hooked up to the G column. It's on G2 and G3. So that's the breadboard setup. Then after that setup, you don't want to have your Raspberry Pi turned on if that's what you're doing first. And the second thing you want to do, pretty much you're gonna program this here. You're gonna type in this to your Leaf editor, LeafPad editor. So pretty much what this is really saying is it's just giving true and false values to the pins. So this information is going out from the pins and going into the breadboard, telling the breadboard what to do with this LED light. And pretty much what happens is it's going to turn off and on. Well, it's already off, but it's going to turn on according to the setup we have here. And here in the LX terminal, you're going to use the sudo command, then space python space gpio underscore blink dot py. Once you have everything plugged in, of course your Raspberry Pi has to be plugged in at this point, and then you're going to type in this. And once you've typed in the .py at the end, you're going to see the lights blinking. So I'm going to type that in the .py right now, and then you'll see the lights blinking according to the code that we wrote here. So you hit enter and just watch this. So that's pretty much all it does. And once I pressed enter, pretty much it was reading the code. It was printing out those commands as I wrote for Cycle, telling it what to do. So that's basically what was happening. I mean, I'm not a professional at this, it's just a hobby, but that's just how I understand things according to what I've been reading. Alright, and thanks for watching.